I love to call my own. There is a peace I only feel in sharing it with you and letting you share too. It makes the welcome real.
Singing alone, it lets my heart shine through. But there is a music in your soul that joins its voice with mine. It's only then we find the kind of peace we know is true. We are here together in this holy moment, and we're grateful for the winding road that brought us to this place. Even a word that left me lost before, even a name I'd learned to fear is welcome in this place. It helps me see the face of God and breathe my outcast here. We are here together in this holy moment, and we're grateful for the winding road that brought us to this place. And this distance we boldly see resolves us to one cause. We will spend time together in these holy moments. Give us strength to go down the winding road until we meet again. We have spent time together in these holy moments. Give us strength to go down the winding road until we meet again. And my prayer for you is a peace tattoo until we meet again.
Welcome. Am I hot? Do we need, can you all hear me? No-ish? All right. Our intrepid AV folks are going to turn me up a little bit. Here we are. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Boulder. I'm David Schwartz. I serve as the minister of this congregation, and one of the things that I love about us is that from our very youngest to our very oldest, we keep on learning through our whole lives. 3 years ago, when we started live streaming services, we learned how to build an AV booth. We learned how to put cameras together so that all of the folks on YouTube joining us right now could be with us. When we learned about how communicable diseases spread, we started masking. That's part of learning too. Some of you may be learning right now that there are a number of folks who've been sick in the congregation this week. And I'd like to teach you that there are masks by the door to the sanctuary there. You should help yourself to one if you'd like one. If you're joining us online, please fill out a visitor form in the description. We'd love to connect with you. Part of our mission as a whole community is to connect bravely, and we're glad to be here all together. Many of us who found our way here over the years found our way here because we were looking for something larger than ourselves to which we could belong, looking for a sense of rootedness, to hold meaning, to hold space, to hold an environment where we all could learn together. And we do that well here, but we don't do it perfectly because we're not trying to do everything perfectly. In this congregation, our goal is not perfection, but authenticity and connection. So whether it's your first time in worship with us this morning or your 100th, I hope you'll find questions that stretch you and people to befriend you and liberal religious values that challenge you to join in loving boldly and living justly and welcoming radically. 2 announcements. First, on Saturday, the 31st, from 9 to 11 is our next building visioning session with our architects. They've given to the board and the building design and the capital campaign teams a preview of what they're going to show to all of you in a couple of weeks. And it is really exciting. It's this beautiful iteration of what they showed us over the winter, bringing in so much of our feedback, as well as reducing the price tag. This is the perfect combination. So please put that on your calendars. We need to keep on bringing as many voices and viewpoints and as much feedback into the process as we can. Second, you may know that today is our annual meeting day. Woohoo! Right. You did too know that, Ray. Right after the service, the kids are going to head down the hall with Rachel for snacks and the kids' annual meeting, which may be slightly more exciting than the adults' annual meeting. Adults, you're going to zip out and grab food and coffee as quickly as you can. Someone inserted into the script 7 minutes, which I like. You have 7 minutes. And then you'll come back in and check in and get your packet, all that good stuff. All right, enough business. The chalice is a symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition. It is a cup of life. It is sustenance to quench our spirit's thirst. It is a cup of celebration and resolve. It's a flame of hope. It's a light to warm our souls, to guide us home. And I would like to invite Henry, and maybe, who is right here, and Eleanor Barron and her daughter-in-law Kathleen, as well as Clementine and James, to come forward to light our chalice this morning.
Hi, my name is Henry Barron, and I've been coming to UUCB for about 5.5 years. I started coming here when my grandma moved to Boulder from New Hampshire, and she joined the church.
James, and Henry's my brother.
I found out that I really liked it. I found it easy to connect with the people. One of the things I've liked about UUCB is the way I feel heard, and everybody is always kind and inviting. I felt welcome right away and have ever since.
Also, Henry's always silly with my sister named Chloe. She always chases her.
I started going to religious education, which we call Kid Church, and got to know some kids and Rachel. We sing a lot of songs and do sign language too. I love the songs that we sing in church, and sometimes even catch myself singing them at home. In religious education, we We talk about things like being kind and inviting others into the community with open arms. We play a lot of games and get to know each other really well. Not everybody comes each week, but we do our best to make space for whoever shows up. Last year I did a program called OWL, which stands for Our Whole Lives. In OWL, we learned about sexuality and tried to create a space where everybody
don't
felt...
forget, I have a flower, but it's for my mom to make her hair beautiful.
And tried to create a space where everybody felt welcome and safe to talk about these really personal things like bodies and relationships. Granny Hunter and I kept encouraging my...
Could you help me figure out what kind of flower this is? I don't know what kind of flower it is. It isn't a joke.
Granny Hunter and...
It's a rose, but I don't know what kind of rose it is.
Granny Eleanor and I kept encouraging my family to come, and eventually Mom and Clem started joining us, and sometimes Dad and James, if we're lucky. This is my family here now. Okay. Granny Eleanor, Dad, Clem, Mom, and James.
And Henry. Also, don't forget, all of us must be kind to our people. Just like how I if loving Ari gets married.
Clem is almost 9, and James just turned 6. I think they like the kids' programs too.
James doesn't go to the kids' program.
Yeah, he does. I think the presidential election in November had a lot to do with my mom wanting to be a part of the community. I feel like there are some serious challenges happening, and I know it hit her really hard. And I'm so glad that they come now to church. I'm 12 years old now, and I actually grew out of the official age for kid church, but I still go. Maybe I'll make the leap to youth group next year, but I'm not really sure about that. I really, really like church overall. It's a very... It's very interactive and inclusive, and I feel like it's a good community of people. I look forward to coming even more and growing in this community and watching and helping it evolve. Thank you for your time.
I want to do it. Can I do it?
Can we tell you a story? There once was a vibrant and exciting community. The people there cared deeply about each other and did lots of little and big things to support each other. They had meal trains for people after surgeries or after having babies. They gave each other rides to doctor's appointments and to church when someone couldn't drive themselves. They walked each other's dogs. And they cared for each other's kids, and they watered each other's plants, and they cared for each other. This is how community works. Every month, they intentionally came together to have a big party, and in June, they got together to volunteer for a local organization called Harvest of Hope. This is a mildly fictionalized story. One day, a curious newcomer came into the community.
What a beautiful community. Is that on?
No.
I have some, okay. Everyone seems like they care a lot about each other. What's also great is it looks like it works because there are smaller groups within the larger community. Like it's a community of communities? What? I wonder how this came to be. Does anyone know how this community came to be so connected and joyful?
I know. There was this awesome
One second.
I was putting on my theater voice. There was this awesome party where we did a food drive for Harvest of Hope a while back. And there were these delicious blueberry muffins. It's why I came. At the party, Dan the rabbit suggested we do this every month. Have a party and do a service project.
Oh, okay. So it's Dan the rabbit who's the reason why this community is so connected and joyful?
Maybe. Why don't you talk to him? He's over there in the choir.
Oh. Hi, choir. Do any of you know where Dan the rabbit is?
That's me.
So I was just talking to Pierre, and he said that you're the reason this community is so awesome. How did you get inspired to suggest that we do a community project and party every month?
Thanks for the compliment. I admit I do a good job of coming up with ideas for gathering in community on a regular basis, like Midlife Oasis Group. Come see me later if you want to learn more. I love building community and bringing people together. But I'm not the reason this community is awesome. It was actually Nicole, the flicker, who suggested we help Harvest of Hope while we were gathering. She's really the heart of this.
Oh, okay. So it's Nicole the flicker who I should be talking to. Where is she? Hi, Nicole the flicker. I heard from Dan the rabbit that this community is amazing because of how you help it organize doing service projects for Harvest of Hope.
Well, that's very kind of you. But not quite accurate. Sorry. I did suggest it once because I think that what we do is valuable and important. I also love sharing with others how they can make the local community just a little bit better. However, I only suggested it because I was invited to a party with all these delicious vegan and gluten-free blueberry muffins. It was Steve and Robin, the vegetarian wolves, who invited me. They're probably the reason this place is so great.
Okay, so before I go, let me get this straight. This community is so awesome because Steve and Robin, the vegetarian wolves, invited people to a party with vegan and gluten-free blueberry muffins where you, Nicole the flicker, decided to do a food drive for Harvest of Hope. And Dan the rabbit thought it was so fun, he suggested we do these service projects every month. Is that right?
I guess so.
Okay, where do I find Steve and Robin?
They're here with the chancel cats. Whoops. Oh,
over
they're
there.
over there.
Hi, Steve and Robin, the wolves. I hear that you two are the reason this community is so great. You invited people to a party with blueberry muffins.
Well, we did do that, but it wasn't just us.
We invited people because Kathy the mountain lion had made these delicious vegan and gluten-free blueberry muffins that were so incredible, we needed to share them with everyone. Woo!
Yeah, it's really Kathy, the mountain lion, that makes this whole community work.
I kind of feel like we all want to howl for 1 second. Can we do that together? Okay, so what I'm hearing is that Kathy the Mountain Lion's blueberry muffins made the two of you invite lots of people to get together, which inspired Nicole the Flicker to suggest everyone do a service project together, which inspired Dan the Rabbit to think that we should do that every month. Does that sound
about right? Yeah.
Okay, cool. So where's Kathy the Mountain Lion?
She's right over there.
Can I have the microphone? Thanks. Hi, Kathy. So I've heard that you are the reason why this place is so welcoming and wonderful. There was a party once where you made delicious vegan, gluten-free blueberry muffins.
I did make a lot of blueberry muffins and invited people to eat them. I love baking, but I only made the muffins because the Prairie Dog Kids had gathered the blueberries and gifted them to me.
Wait, so you're saying the Prairie Dog Kids gave you the blueberries, which led you to make the muffins, invite people to eat them, that led Steve and Robin, the wolves, to invite more people to share it, that then Nicole the Flicker asked people to do a service project, and while they enjoyed the muffins, Dan the Rabbit suggested we do this more often.
That is the trail of events.
Okay, so it's really the Prairie Dog Kids that started it. Where are they?
They're sitting in the front.
Hey, Prairie Dogs. Hey. I heard that you're the reason this community is so fabulous. That you gathered the blueberries and gave them to Kathy the Mountain Lion, who made muffins out of them.
That's right. We gathered blueberries, but we only did that because Pam the Eagle did such a good job caring for the garden.
Oh, okay, so it's Pam the Eagle who makes this place so great because she cares for the garden. And then you all picked the blueberries that Kathy the Mountain Lion made into muffins, that Steve and Robin the Wolves invited people to share, that Nicole the Flicker decided we should do a service project alongside, and that Dan the Rabbit decided we should do it every month.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Cool. Do any of you know where Pam the Eagle is? Somewhere else. Pam the Eagle! Hi, Pam the Eagle. So you're the reason this place is so great.
Really?
That's what I've heard. Yep, the Prairie Dog Kids said that you took care of the blueberry bush, which is impossible to grow in Colorado, I learned, but you're so good at gardening, you did it. And they harvest the blueberries from it. They gave the blueberries to Kathy the Mountain Lion, who made muffins out of them, and then when she was sharing them, et cetera, we get the story, right?
But you're right. I did take care of the blueberry bush, raspberry bush, the rest of the garden, but it was Larry the skunk who started the blueberry bush. He's extremely skilled at growing starters of plants.
Oh, okay, so it's Larry the skunk who makes this place so awesome?
Well, yeah, right there. He's right there.
Oh, wow.
You can talk to him.
Great. Thanks, Pam. Hi, Larry. I hear that you're the reason this community is so amazing.
Really?
Yep. You started the blueberry plant that Pam the Eagle tended, that the Prairie Dog Kids harvested, that Kathy the Mountain Lion made into muffins, that Steve and Robin made a party out of, that Nicole the Flicker decided should include service, and that Dan the Rabbit decided we should do every month.
Well, I did start the blueberry plant, and I water it every Tuesday and Thursday. But don't you realize what you just said? Everyone you mentioned were simply doing what they love.
Huh. So, you're telling me that Larry the skunk loves starting plants?
And Larry the human, actually Ed the human too, is great at starting plants and helps our garden grow them every year.
And Pam the Eagle loves gardening?
Actually, Pam the human also helps care for our veggie garden.
And the Prairie Dog Kids actually love harvesting?
And the actual human children will help harvest the garden in religious education in the fall, in July, excuse me.
And Kathy the Mountain Lion loves baking?
Kathy the person also loves baking. This is make a note of this.
Wait, but what about Steve and Robin the wolves? They love making anything into a party.
Here's the thing. Steve and Robin are actual human members, also enjoy gathering people together for connection.
Nicole the flicker loves service?
Nicole the person was the one who suggested we share our plate with Harvest of Hope this month.
Dan the rabbit loves making sure there are opportunities for people to connect regularly?
Dan the human actually did start this midlife oasis group for people who feel like they're in their 40s and 50s and 60s. They're going mini golfing this evening at 5.
Wait a second. I think I get it. You make this place awesome. And 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 can everyone turn to the person next to them and say, you make this place awesome?
Exactly. Yes. This is the thing. Here's what it is. What we know is that it's not any one person who makes the community incredible. It's all of us contributing what we love to the whole. We're an ecosystem of a community. And because we offer what we love, we end up loving the community and bringing out the best in ourselves and each other and getting to be part of things that we could never do on our own. Abundance comes from all of us together doing what we love. It's a whole community effort of co-creation.
So we have sung this song before, but our accompanist and music person extraordinaire Austin redid it for us. He rearranged it and he funkified it. So this is what you're gonna hear. And oh, by the way, the choir pretty much just got this past week, and they are doing such an awesome job learning it and performing it. So enjoy, hearts wide open.
Invite Scott Montgomery, our community and connection manager, to come join me up here. Scott, are you in the room? Awesome. Scott, your timing is perfect. Perfect. Several times every year, we have the joy of welcoming new members into this community. And each time a person joins the community, it changes them, it changes the whole community. To recognize, to welcome new members is also to remake the congregation. We are here together to do the holy and the mundane work of making a life. We weep together and we laugh together, and we sing together and sit silent together. And we serve on committees, and we bring food to potlucks, and we mourn our dead, and we bless our children, and we break our hearts open to the world.
May I invite our new and newish members to come forward. That means anyone who's signed the book but has not taken part in this ceremony. To become a member is to pledge yourself to the common good of this church. You're not just a consumer, but a co-creator. To be a member means to welcome the next people coming through our doors. Each new member who joins our church brings gifts and needs, questions and answers. We welcome each of you for the unique contributions you have to make to our congregation and for the unrealized potential within us that you will help bring forth. We are the stewards holding this church in trust for the generations that will succeed us. We give you these books, Food for the Mind. We give you the care and community of all those here, room for the heart and soul to grow. We give you these roses brought forth from the earth as a token of your lifelong spiritual unfolding. May this be a house that holds the fullness of your life, body and mind, heart and soul.
You know very well that belonging is something that only comes from all of us to all of us. And in that spirit, congregation, will you welcome our new members with joy and affirm them and pledge to support them? Will you work to be known by them and allow yourself to be known? Will you commit? Whoa, there's one more. I love the eagerness, though. Y'all are ready. Will you commit to being one people, unique and united? If so, please give an enthusiastic "we will."
We will. New members, will you accept the gifts and responsibilities of membership and the covenant of love, respect, and service? Will you pledge to support our congregation and the association of which it is a part, as we are able with our hearts and hands, our talents and treasure? If so, please give an enthusiastic "we will."
We will.
The mission of our congregation is simple and it is demanding. I invite you to rise as you are able, to join hands or fold them together and to say as one, we gather in fellowship to connect bravely, deepen spiritually, embody justice, and always love.
Welcome. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Introduce everyone. Thank you.
Actually, before you are seated, while you're standing, may I introduce you? We have Mael and Ed and Rachel and David and Alex and Pierre and Lena Bell.
Oh, friends, will you join me in a spirit of prayer and meditation, a stillness, a centering, and a slowing down? Let's all take a breath together. Let's do that again, but make it a sigh this time. Let out what you need to let out. Spirit of life and love, we know you by different names. We encounter you in different ways. And what we remember this morning is that the joy and the celebration that we feel, the uplift of the music, the excitement of all ages gathered together, this is not a denial or an erasure of all of the difficult realities of life. It is an affirmation instead that this also is true, that alongside the griefs that we carry with us daily, alongside the brokenheartedness we feel, alongside the anxiety that we hold, watching what feels sometimes like a collective and national unraveling of our best values. In the midst of all of that, which is true, this also is true. That joy is here with us also. That celebration is what we're working for. That the struggle for justice is not a dour thing, but a dancing thing. And our hope and our prayer today, and what we carry forward with us into the weeks, into the months to come, is to have room enough inside ourselves to remember both of these, the sorrow, the delight, and to hold it as whole people. We'll be together in silence for just a moment. Amen. His mother was a devout Catholic. His father was agnostic, not sure what any of the big truths of the universe were, and he became an acolyte at age 10 in 1890 at St. Martin's Catholic Church, until in the years that followed he became disillusioned. His priest was a cynic, and at age 18 in Vienna, apprenticed to a tailor, apprenticed to his uncle, Norbert, discovered the Baptists and became a minister. And he founded almost a dozen churches from Ukraine to Budapest. But slowly his faith became more and more liberal, and he left Bohemia under government threat and accepted a call to serve a Baptist church in New York City.
That was until one day in 1919 he wrote in his diary, "I cannot be a Baptist anymore, even in compromise. The fire of new desires, new worlds is burning inside me." Norbert and his wife, Maya Čapek, joined a Unitarian Church in New Jersey in 1921 for the same reason a whole lot of you did. They liked the religious education program. World War I ended. His home country now independent, he and Maya returned home to Czechoslovakia. His Unitarian Church was the Prague Liberal Religious Fellowship. In just 20 years, his church had 3,200 members. It was like, may that not happen to us after we build our building, which will only hold 400 or so people.
The traditional Christian communion service of bread and wine didn't meet the needs of his congregation because his church, like ours, like us, had lots of people who believed lots of different things. Čapek turned instead to the beauty of the countryside, to the beauty of flowers, and in 1923 created the flower ceremony, the same thing we do today 102 years later. He asked his congregants to bring a flower to church from their garden, the field, the roadside, and to put it in a vase. And that combination of all those different flowers together, that was a representation of the church community, no less unique, each of them, for being united all together. And then following the service, each person would take a flower from the vase, take home a different one than the one they had brought.
That is our church. That was Čapek's church, called to practice 3 prophetic tasks of every liberal church. Realism in the face of ideology. Grief while the world is in denial. Hope when the world is in despair. For this, the Gestapo arrested him in 1942. The Nazis accused Čapek of listening to foreign broadcasts and sent him to the Dachau concentration camp where they starved and tortured him. But even then, even in that place, he held a flower ceremony with his fellow prisoners, finding whatever flowers they could among the weeds of the camp. And they testified in that moment to a beauty larger than themselves and a love that would outlive them.
The Nazis killed him, but his spirit and courage and commitment lives on today. It's passed now to us to make that real. His wife Maya brought the flower ceremony to the Unitarian Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts in 1940, and from there it spread through our congregations around the country. And as Čapek asked his people to bring a flower and take another, so will we. As the music begins in just a moment, our kids will bring vases all around the room to share flowers, starting in the back, then the sides and the front. And take a flower from a vase as it comes to you, a symbol of our shared belonging as members of one body, as members unique of a united community.
The wheel of the year turns once again. Spring passes into summer, the school year into vacation. We go on dreaming and learning and growing. This house is a home for wonder, as at the beauty of our world and its flowers and its people. This house is a home for joy and gratitude, where we find delight in the ordinary, knowing that joy and grief are woven close together, where we practice seeing each other as whole in our brokenness, complicated, beloved, human.
We are patient gardeners of our own lives, tilling our tears into the soil of living, growing kindness, growing compassion, growing our hearts, growing sustenance once again for renewal, for the work of following the thread of love through the labyrinth of the world. Altogether, we build this home for wonder. Altogether, we create this home for joy and gratitude. Altogether, we fashion this house for hope. We rise in body or in spirit and join hands, or put them over your chest if you prefer not to, and close together in song.
So just really quickly, I think there's another slide with the words for our closing song. Yes, we have it. Great. This is a new song for those of us in the 11 o'clock service, but everyone at 9 o'clock knows it. So I'm going to go through it one time, and all of you from the 9 o'clock service who know it, please sing with me, and then we'll do it twice more together. All right, here we go. May you know in your bones that this earth is your home. May you feel in your soul you are worthy and whole. May you know in your bones that this earth is your home. May you feel that you belong. Here we go. May you know in your bones that this earth is your home. May you feel in your soul you are worthy and whole. May you know in your bones that this earth is your home. May you feel that you belong. May you know in your bones that this earth is your home. May you feel in your soul that you're worthy and whole. May you know in your bones that this earth is your home. May you feel that you belong. May you feel that you belong.
Friends, our worship has ended. Our service begins again. Kids, you are going to follow Rachel and Irene and Becky out the door and down the hall. The adults are actually going to let you go first. Adults, you have 7 minutes before we come on back.